Hey guys, it's Coach Willock, and today I'm going to talk about honesty with your athletes. And I'm generalizing here, like I'm not going in on fighting or like specific sport. I'm just going in on coaching in general because I feel like, and I've heard from many people that have been coached by a lot of coaches that too much positivity is a bad thing, and you can see that anywhere you look. A typical example would be like the friend zone, you know. But the friend zone, like when you're chasing and chasing and chasing, it's the same thing, like positive reinforcement, positive reinforcement, positive reinforcement. It's just like, yeah, all right, fuck, yeah, okay, I get it. You want me to hang around, or you want to hang around, or you need that. But it's the same with coaching. It's like, oh, amazing, oh, so good, oh yeah, great. It's just like, yeah, fuck, it's so boring. If you never had an argument with a friend, or in a relationship, or you never challenged them, they would get so bored of you. They would keep you around because you're not really doing anything like deliberately bad, but you're certainly not helping them in any way. You're not challenging them to get better. So it's the same. You've got to think like coaching an athlete or coaching a person is a relationship. All right. Once you start really working into it, it is a relationship, and you have to treat it as such. All right. So you've got to challenge them. And I don't mean like a for it, like one size fits all. It's a relationship. Every friendship is a relationship. Every coach, every athlete, it's individual thing, and you have to learn the chemistry about that, right? And you don't know a lot of it if you're not challenging them. If you're not just like being upfront with someone and saying like, you are fucking up bad right now, or like like the Herb Brooks, you're playing worse every day, and right now you're playing like it's next month. I mean, you don't have to tear people apart like that. They were going for a big task. Maybe he had to really, really twist the knife. But learn your athlete and learn how they respond, because part of my journey as a coach was this, and dealing with this, and that's why I know why it's so important. Because a lot of things changed when I started calling people out, like really calling people out for messing up and not doing things right. And it's still something that I'm really bad at. I'll be honest, like I'm really bad at it. But I think that qualifies me to talk about this more, because I've been so bad at it, and now I'm quite a bit better at it, and I'm still not as good as I need to be. So I've seen just like the tiniest changes in my behavior, and just sprinkling a little bit of positive negativity in there, and what that can do and how powerful that is. And I insist on it, guys. Like, coaches, you have to do this. Learn your athlete. Learn how they handle that challenge of saying or being called out. Like, learn how they handle that, because that's a small confrontation in itself, and you are training people for a confrontation, right? How are you not? It's a competition. They're going to have someone saying like, you are not as good as you think you are, and you are not good enough. And we're going to prove it by kicking the ball in the net, carrying the ball over the line, throwing it in the basket, knocking you out cold, whatever. So tell them that you are not good enough, and I'm going to prove it. And by proving it, you're not humiliating them in the way that a loss is, like just running past them and just gassing them, undressing them, scoring, knocking them out like that. You're not humiliating them like that. You're not humiliating them at all. You're humbling them, and you're giving them the how to take a loss, how to work through an opponent, and you're obviously going to make them better. And this is the thing about the relationship too. If 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 you're in a relationship with a girl or a guy or something like that, and you're just blowing hot air up their ass the whole time, and you're just saying they're the best thing since sliced bread, and nothing else. And then when you finally confront them with something that they do wrong, or they don't do good enough, and they blow up in your face, and they react badly, and they take it terribly and immaturely, and you might be a year into the relationship, you'd be like, well, I just wasted a year of my time in this relationship, because that's not someone I can be with that handles confrontation like that. And it's the same with athletes. If you don't give them an L now and then, like force that L into their life and test their spirit, you get a year, 2 years, 3 years of having this athlete, and then you walk them into a game, like a big game, or you finally give them some confrontation, and they blow up like that. It's not someone you want to have on your team. And you might have some sleepers on your team that are just poison. So it's good for so many things, and it's good in so many ways, right? So just be honest with them. And I understand that it's really hard, especially if you have some, if you as a coach had some problems growing up, which I truly believe a lot of coaches, if not all coaches, had some problems in their younger lives. That's why we're so good at understanding people, because we've seen the worst and we've seen the best and we've seen everything in between, and it gives us a good scope of what people actually are. That's why we teach, that's why we coach, because we understand that. That's why we fit the mold, but that comes with its own weaknesses, and we have to accept that and work with it. And just like we expect our athletes to do, is to push through these problems. We're giving ourselves an L. I'm not good enough at being up front and giving my fighter an L. Or my athlete an L, sorry. And that's me giving myself an L. How am I going to handle it? I'm going to handle it by fucking telling them. Let's see how they handle it. Maybe I have to take another L after that by kicking them off the team, Or maybe this is a big W in the works. So start slow. If you really suck at this, start slow, make sure you find one thing. Make sure you find one thing, like in a session, say like, that is not good enough. And you don't have to say it so bluntly. You can say, look, I need you to turn your foot, or I need you when you're taking the shot, like with your elbow. I need you to sit down on your punch. I need you to hold your posture properly when you're skating. Whatever it is, man, just follow through on the pass. Like, I need this to be better by the end of the session, by the end of the week, by the end of the month. Like, I need this to happen. And just start with that. And don't say please. It's not a please thing. They're on the team. We're not talking about everyday members and people just having fun now. We're talking about athletes going for competition where results matter. Where results matter, kids, coaches. Learn the difference. That's another video. And start with that. And you will learn. Like, sometimes people got an ego that you really need it. You really need to kick that thing hard. And some people have such a fragile ego that, it could be devastating, but they're not a bad athlete. They could be a brilliant athlete in the works. They could be a real spirit coming through. They've just taken on too much damage earlier in life, and they are not ready to hear it. So learn your athlete. They are not all the same, and learn yourself. I will never be able to do what some coaches do, like Belichick's and really letting people have it and really getting, Herb Brooks as well, like really getting in people's faces and really, almost offending people like that. You have to learn what your style is. If something doesn't feel right to the core for moral reasons, for whatever reason, if it conflicts with your principles, the way you're trying to address people by imitating other coaches, do not break your soul to build someone else. Ever. Never sell yourself. Find your way through it. And it's hard. and it takes a while, but you find your way through it. All right. And that's almost it. But imagine, like someone always said, you know, like, damn, it's so good. Yeah, you're just so good. The way you're throwing that ball. Oh my God, like, wow. And they're super confident, and they're inflated, and they're ready to go, and they get to the game, and they throw it, and it was just not accurate enough. It wasn't long enough. It wasn't this enough. The technique wasn't. Interceptions all over the shop, you know. And then you see the other team, and the quarterback is just spiraling it up like tight, you know, like really, really just millimeter perfect. You're like, what the hell, man? You're not even gonna be like that. You're just gonna, your athlete's gonna be betrayed by their own confidence, but most devastating, betrayed by their coach. You know, betrayed by your own coach. That's relationship cheating, you know, dishonesty. In a relationship, if you've gone through some of those things, like devastation, devastated, right? It is a horrendous thing to go through, and it is the same between a coach and an athlete. Never underestimate the bond you have with your athletes, and the privilege that you share, the privilege that they share, as long as you're honest with them. All right. I know I'm rambling, and this was a bit all over the place, and you're probably hoping that one day I start putting like little bullet points, but I'm not gonna. I got too much shit to do. I gotta clean the gym, I gotta run the gym, I gotta take classes, I gotta do the fucking social media, I gotta do my own shit, I gotta sort my own life out. I'm not doing bullet points, guys. I know it's gonna be hard to listen to me, but just pay attention. We want it too easy these days, right? You want bullet points? No. You just don't concentrate hard enough. There's me giving you an L. Have a great day, guys. I'm going to try and do more of these, and just the way I'm working right now is if I get 10 minutes, I got 10 minutes, I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to get it online as soon as possible. Don't expect any Hollywood stuff. I'm not a technical guy, but I'm very passionate, and I love to help, and I'm going to do all I can. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.